Now, today, I don't tell a lot of stories of my personal life, but it's something I want to work on, right? It's something I want to share with you guys. So I titled today's video, Leverage Women's Pre-Selection Tendencies to be the Chooser, not just the guy waiting to be chosen. Now, listen up, right? Listen up. For those of you who hate cold approach, for those of you who don't like talking to strangers in public, for those of you who think there's something about cold approach that feels weird, before I tell you how my day, circumstance, situation was a couple weekends ago when I went out, I want to advise you on something that might be food for thought. Now, don't quote me, right? I don't have any evidence for this. This is my own theory, right? This is my own opinion. This is my own thought process and how I work this through and how I work this out, right? Mother Nature designed certain things in your head for a reason, right? So if you go into a public setting, if you go into anywhere and you get, some guys call it approach anxiety, some guys call it social anxiety, some guys say they don't like talking to strangers, or whatever the case may be. Some guys just tell the truth and they say, you know what, I get nervous around the hot girl. Okay, cool, fair enough, fair enough. But food for thought. What if, just for a second, think about this. What if that thought in your head, when you get anxiety around that cute girl, what if that's there for a reason? What if, just for a second, that's actually not how Mother Nature intended it? What if you are actually ruining the natural process of attraction? What if you are ruining the natural process of approach? What if you are actually ruining the natural process of male to female dynamic when you have an interaction that is non-organic in the moment that may not be there with your words? Food for thought. Now think about this, okay? So I was out a couple weekends ago. Strange weekend for me, okay? A lot of my friends were out of town. One of my friends was in Mexico with his girlfriend. Another friend that I have, he was skiing, right? I just moved to a new city, right? So I'm like, what am I going to do this weekend? Well, there's a couple people who I've met down here. There's a couple people that I know. There's a couple girls that I'm friends with, right? Close friends with, okay? So here's what happens, right? I go out to, it's like I get done working out. I get done getting a pump, right? I get done getting my shoulders massive for the day. And I'm looking in the mirror, and even like for a second, even I can't even believe the pump that I have going on. I'm looking, I take a shower. I put my towel around my waist, and I'm looking at the pump of the shoulders, the front delt, and I was like, wow. Handcrafted by King Leonidas himself. But okay, anyways, so it's about 8, 9 o'clock at night, and I'm getting a little antsy, right? My sleep schedule, I usually go to bed between midnight and 2 in the morning. That is my sleep schedule. Don't fault me for it. Don't give me some book on how I need to self-improve. Don't give me some self-help habits. I don't give a damn. I go to bed when I want because I have 2 balls between my legs, and I'm also not 12 years old anymore. Okay. Anyways, 8, 9 o'clock rolls around. So call up these girls that I know that I met as I moved down here. I say, what are you guys doing? Right? What are you up to tonight? You going out? Right? You guys doing anything fun? They'd say, we'd love to have you. I sat there and thought, I bet you would. Okay. So I go, I go down and I meet them. I get a ride. I get an Uber. I drive down to the sports bar or whatever. I can't even remember what it was called. I get there, and instantly the one girl who I know closer, or the one girl who I'm more close with, right? She gives me a big hug, right? Big hug. This is a nice hug. This is a I'm happy to see you hug, right? This is a hug that says I like seeing your pretty face. This is a hug that says I'm glad you're here. So I stroll in, okay. And then instantly what happens through osmosis, okay, through natural interactions, through naturally socializing, through naturally just being in the interaction with the one girl, I met her friend, right? And her friend, supposedly through the grapevine I heard that night, just got out of a relationship and she thought I was attractive. She was into me. Interesting. So take a look how this went down. Instantly I go to the bar. I'm not planning on meeting anyone there but the one girl who I knew. Okay, so I meet her. Now, all of a sudden, the friend sees that me and her get along. That is called safety to a woman. That is called survival to a woman. That is called pre-selection to a woman. Women feel safe around other men that women naturally gravitate towards. Okay, so I'm not saying that she's gravitating towards me. What I'm saying is we know each other and she likes me. To a woman, that is a check mark. That is a green check mark. That is a green flag. Okay, here's how the night rolled on. We're all talking. I can tell she's into me. She's liking me. She's getting closer as she's speaking to me, right? And the vibe is good. Now, her friend looks at her and she goes, he's fair game. Right? I am. I'm single. Okay. So I go there, right? And, me and the girl, so it's like the girl who I went there with, or the girl who I met there, the one who I know closer, let's call her Cindy. Okay. So I'm sitting with Cindy. All of a sudden we're sitting by each other. There's a UFC fight going on. So we're watching this, right? A big screen. And she goes, I'm hungry. Okay, so what she get? She gets a plate of fries, and then she gets steak on top. I can't even remember what they're called, but she ordered them, right? And there was only one chair. Right? There's only one chair. What are we going to do? I can't stand. My legs are weak. You think I'm going to stand in a public say I'm going to stand? I need a chair. But what if she needs a chair? So what happens? She goes, well, you can just sit there and I'll sit on your lap. Okay. So I sit down on the chair. And Cindy, right, she gets her plate of fries, and now Cindy's on my lap. Her friend, let's call her Amanda. That's not her name, but for protection of privacy, because I'm a good guy, I'm a nice guy, let's just call her Amanda. Amanda, saw that Cindy, let's say, was comfortable sitting with me. Well, now what happens? All of a sudden, we're sharing a plate of fries together. We're eating together. Right? And there's good vibe. It's just I have a girl on my lap. We're sitting there. We're eating a plate of fries together. We're living life together. We're loving life together. And life's good. Amanda didn't like that. Right? So even though they're friends, women, when something happens in their brain, it's like, when the one thing a woman will do is compete for a man's attention that appears to be pre-selected. The one thing that a woman will do is will compete for a man's attention who appears to have other women desiring after him. Okay, I'm not even saying this girl was desiring me, but what I'm saying is she was secure enough to want to sit on top of my lap. That pissed off Amanda. So no joke, okay, throughout the night, Amanda keeps getting closer and closer and closer. As Cindy is on my lap, okay, if this is the chair, Amanda, from behind my left shoulder, reaches behind me, grabs the right side of my face, right? And she pulls me in closer to her and she starts making out with me. Okay? And she repeatedly does this through the whole night. This woman's emotional state and buy-in temperature was rising and rising and rising, and all I was doing was speaking. All I was doing was using my words. All I was doing was being the guy that the women selected. Now, I want to take this one more step further, just for a second here. Now, as I sat there, I started almost making a scene by accident. So I have one girl on my lap eating fries. She thinks it's so cute. One girl does. I get stuff all over my beard. She's wiping me off, loving it, right? The other girl's making out with me. I started to draw some attention. Pretty soon, 3, 4, 5 girls, all of a sudden within the next 3-4 minutes, are in our vicinity. Now, they're not saying anything directly, but they're in the vicinity. You can't make this up. So here's food for thought, what I want you to remember about approach. Anytime you're sitting there thinking, man, I get nervous to go up in public in the middle of a stranger and go introduce myself, or this seems not normal. What if it isn't anxiety? I have no proof for this, right? I have no proof. What if this isn't anxiety? What if this is how Mother Nature designed it? What if this is how Mother Nature wants it to be, because you are not supposed to be the one sitting there selecting? What if it's her job to seek reassurance from a high-value man? What if it's her job to put herself in a situation where she wants things to happen organically and naturally so the conversation flows? What if women are social beings and social creatures just like us? Food for thought. What if you trying to have a non-organic interaction and go approach that girl to prove to yourself that you have big balls so you can protect your ego to tell yourself that you did it anyways? What if you are removing the natural flow? Because I'm going to tell you this. Me, myself, right? Casey Zander. If I would have went up to a different girl, or even let's say the girl named Amanda, who that's not actually her name, if I would have taken time out of my day to go up to her without having Cindy there to naturally introduce me, that girl would have probably told me to get lost. Same guy, same look, same build, same vocal tone, same mannerisms. I am who I am. What changed? What changed was the circumstance as to how we met. So food for thought for all of you. I guarantee you, if you take time out of your life as you're sitting there wondering what to do, reading the next self-help book, watching the next self-help guru convince you that you're not good enough. If you say screw all that, and you do this one thing, if you tell yourself, I'm going to spend 5 times as long making sure the how we met is correlated properly, so I only have to spend 1/5 of the time actually approaching, watch your social life change, watch your dating life change, watch the women actively compete for your male attention, watch you slowly become a pre-selected high-value social male that they naturally want to gravitate towards, watch you not need nearly the amount of game or seduction or sex appeal or processes to spike attraction. Watch things happen naturally. So food for thought for all of you. If you do not have a social life, if you do not have a social group, if you do not have friends, I will tell you this. There is no amount of money, there is no amount of situational status, there is no amount of fancy watches or Rolexes or sports cars that you can buy. At the end of the day, human beings, we are social creatures, right? She wants to see proof. She wants to see either proof from your male friends that you are well liked and you are accepted, or she's wanting to see proof from other women that you are safe and you are fun to be around and you bring survival value to the table. Now, to wrap this whole video up, I'm going to tell you just how far this goes. Women even want to see you as a man having other male friends. If I go to the gym all by myself, yeah, I'm in good shape, but I don't get stares and looks to the point where you can actually sense that women are checking you out or checking me out. However, I go to the gym with my friend, and now we're lifting together and we're laughing and smiling and we're having bro time, man to man. Every single head in that whole gym turns. Why? Because women like to see the proof. They like to see the proof that you have friends. They like to see the proof that you have situational status. They like to see the proof that you have something going for yourself. So food for thought. Every time you tell yourself, man, you know, if one day I have the courage to go talk to that pretty girl, what if you're coming across as low value? What if you're coming across non-authentic? What if you are ruining the natural flow that Mother Nature intended for men and women to have a man-to-woman experience and have communication happen organically? If you like this video, I want you to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.